lines across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains. Through the Sahara, we bring on-the-spot news, live analysis, expert discussions on trending stories in politics, business, socio-economy, sports, and today. Only on.
Good evening and welcome. You're watching Atn Politics. It's the network's flagship program that discusses core political trends with relevant political stakeholders. Today on Atn Politics, we will be discussing core issues from different political landscapes. We'll start with Imo State. ADC challenges Uzodinma to conduct LG elections. Delta LG election. Protesters storm government house over zoning agitation. Doguba, APC Obaseki wrangle over propaganda against Oba's palace. Benue APC, Agada Omakolo rivalry worsens party crisis. We'll go on a short break now, and when we come back, I'll introduce my guest and we'll dive right into the conversation. Stay with us.
Every day our lives are changed by history.
We are one people, all of us.
Leaders, politics.
Nobody's ambition is what they blood.
I have fought a very family. Natural occurrence, war, and the world economy.
I belong to everybody, and I belong to nobody.
ATN covers it all on ATN Politics today. Every day our lives are changed by history.
We are one people, all of us.
Leaders, politics.
Nobody's ambition is what they blood.
I have fought a very family. Natural occurrence, war, and the world economy.
I belong to everybody, and I belong to nobody.
ATN covers it all on ATN Politics today.
People into the country illegally. That is amazing.
Honorable
you human trafficker.
Honorable
So no agreement with the EU, but
Every day our lives are changed by history.
We are one people, all of us.
Leaders, politics.
Nobody's ambition is what they blood.
I have fought a very family. Natural occurrence, war, and the world economy.
I belong to everybody, and I belong to nobody.
ATN covers it all on ATN Politics today. Every day our lives are changed by history.
We are one people, all of us.
Leaders, politics.
Nobody's ambition is what they blood.
I have fought a very family. Natural occurrence, war, and the world economy.
I belong to everybody, and I belong to nobody.
ATN covers it all on ATN Politics today.
From the line across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains, through the Sahara, we bring on-the-spot news, live analysis, expert discussions on trending stories in politics, business, socio-economy, sports, and documentaries.
Every day our lives are changed by history.
We are one people, all of us.
Leaders,
Family.
covers it all on ATN Politics today.
A warm welcome back. Many thanks for staying with us. Joining me on the program today are Barrister Chizi Enyi, a legal practitioner, and Honorable Pastor Waribani Ezekiel, a national coordinator, PDP National Grassroots Support Movement. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Pleasure to have you.
Thank you. I'm happy I'm here.
Now on to our stories. Since the inception of his administration in 2020, Imo State Governor Hope Uzodinma has been administering the 27 local government areas in the state with interim caretaker committees, in contrast to the expectations of the citizenry who had looked forward to vibrancy and optimal performance of the local governments. And it appears that the governor is not in a hurry to conduct local government area elections. This scenario has paralyzed the third year of government, affecting the rural dwellers who do business with the various councils the most. Recall that Uzodinma came into office in January 2020 when the Supreme Court nullified the election of Emeka Ihedioha of the People's Democratic Party as the governor of the state. And since then, his administration promises dates for the conduct of the LGA election every year, but does not fulfill them. Not satisfied with the level of decay in the councils, the African Democratic Congress, ADC, has challenged Uzodinma to conduct LG elections if he means well for the youth and if he also thinks that the APC is popular at the grassroots. After civil society In the same vein, civil society organizations in the state had given him a 3-month ultimatum to conduct the elections. The last local government election was conducted in 2019 by the former governor of the state, Willie Rochas Okorocha. The story here goes quite on, and we can see that for 5 years now, the governor has not conducted a local government election yet, rather operating on interim caretaker committee. And we understand the place of the local government in any system of governance in any nation at all. I mean, that is why we have 3 in the state. And the ADC has challenged the governor to conduct elections. Now, this is not the first time he's been challenged. The CSOs also challenged him earlier this year, giving him a 3-month ultimatum, saying before May he should conduct the elections. Yet again, the governor has been adamant on conducting the elections. Honorable Waribani, what do you make of the governor's adamance towards conducting LG elections? I mean, how can a government run effectively without local government chairman, without duly elected local government chairman, without the constitution taking its full course in the local government chair of government?
Well, the problem I think we have here is lack of consistency in the part of the government. I'm always likening it to my states, River States. Each time I discuss, I like to discuss about matters that also affect River States. Where about local government authority is a top tier of government, and by no means should a governor restrict that sector from operation. It is not a commendable one. But you know, every state has their different approaches to governance. I will not speak for Uzodinma, but I feel that there is need for a local government election to be conducted. Council chairman will construct street roads, provide lights, pipe-borne water for the local communities. But today, we don't see that happen again. Local councils just collect their monies and you find them in hotels. They stay in one hotel to one hotel like that, spending the money recklessly, building houses, acquiring wealth. So I will not be able to speak for him, but as a stakeholder in the system, I will advise that whatever it is, the governor should immediately conduct the local government election.
But why would you give that advice?
Because you cannot run a state without a complete tiers of government.
You know, like you mentioned, that, there could be elected officials, even in position, in the local government level. Yet again, they're not functional, right? They are just office holders, but they don't seem to be effective.
Let it be seen that elections were done in all the tiers of government. Okay, now, can he also rule the state without the House of Assembly? Can he make that place vacant? He can't. He can't work without them. So, and can he actually run the local government area without somebody?
Well, he has been running the state for about 5 years now.
Let there be elected officers. We should stop gratification, because again, the caretaker government also, the lengthiness in caretaker government also proves as gratification. If you take over a government and you run the first 3-6 months, it's understandable that you use that time to, as a new government.
Also Dima's adamant towards conducting local government elections.
You see, the problem in Nigerian context of this third tier of government as local government is really a mockery of the whole thing. The reason is very obvious. As we speak, it's not a crime. It's also not an impeachable offense that a governor refused to conduct local government elections. So who is to be blamed? Allow the governor to use his discretion.
Okay.
And in the course of exercising one's discretion, you shouldn't question it much. So in as much as I know, the governor has discretion. And like the case in Rivers State, where the same tier of government will go for screening at the Rivers State House of Assembly. And after the screening, they will be sworn in. Now, let's leave it and go this way. When a local government chairman does or makes anything that may have been against the rules of his oath of office, the councillors cannot even impeach him unless it's being ratified by the assembly. What is the developmental terms here? What have we gained? For the 3 years, no electricity. It has not even blinked for 1 day. And he will always tell you he paid money, there is counterpart funding, there is this, there is that. Is he a caretaker government? So the fact that there is a caretaker government does not mean the progress and development cannot go on. It depends on the person running the affairs of the government. That's the truth.
So the ADC challenging Uzodinma to conduct elections, saying if he means well for the youth, then conduct elections. And if you also think that APC has, a strong force at the grassroots level, then go ahead and conduct these elections. What difference do you think this will make?
How many elected officials that ADC has in the entire Imo State? Both the Assembly, the Senate, the reps, and the governor. How many seats do they have? They are just making noise as a political party. That's their duty. So challenging Hope Uzodinma to the extent that if APC is on ground there, and that one, it's just a challenge. If they are on ground, why didn't they produce the governor? So the issue of challenge in court. Now, assuming court gives an order now, how would that order be implemented? I want to know. Would the order go to provide fund for the election to be conducted? There are things you don't even need to go to court.
Okay.
We are talking the same thing, but different approach to it.
Okay.
Like I said, most of the local government areas, like my local government area again, in Andon local government area, is as a stakeholder, Uzodinma should try. Try his best. It's not that.
In addition, like in the case of Rivers State, so that you don't blame the governor. It's not the governor.
They make that law so that they will have opportunity to do this thing, so that they can also make fun from it, which they cannot be justifiable.
All right, then got your thoughts there. On to our next story. Aggrieved protesters from Munsukwa and Nyocha South local government area Tuesday stormed Delta State Government House over the plan that should produce the next local government council chairman. The protesters, who claimed to be members of the People's Democratic Party, under the aegis of turn of Munsukwa clan to produce the next chairman. Different placards were displayed, some of which were written, Munsukwa clan is not a political slave. Say yes to equity, fair and balance in Anyocha South. Youth of Anyocha South endorse Munsukwa clan mandate. Say no to political impunity, manipulation and oppression in Anyocha South. What do you think, that before we get into the whole, issue, conflict stemming from, arising even after the commissioner resigned, let's look at the issue that arises based on zoning first of all. The rift and conflict that zoning should be so much ado concerning where the leader comes from, or everyone should rather be focused on getting a leader that would actually, have the needs of the general public at heart. What do you say?
Well, on normal sense, politics is not about interest. And zoning is part of the things that coordinate the political aspiration of every individual. The turn, at the zoning turn to their area, the wrong thing. Everybody had to request for what belongs to them. Probably the clan may have not you. So we need people to go, let this thing go round. If your zone, your clan have enjoyed it, also give it out to other clan that is also recognized as a clan to produce it. There are people that are credible in those clans. Yes.
Okay, Barrister Chise, what's your take?
No, but at first, what is zoning? It worked in Nigerian context.
Okay.
Now, if zoning worked, why did Wike succeed Amechi?
Okay.
Has there been zoning? If yes, why did Wike succeed Amechi? Didn't the Jog purpose supported Wike? Didn't Okreka, Andoni, and other areas supported Wike? Uguni people, didn't they support Wike? They did. And Wike succeeded Amechi as the governor of Rivers State. You see that they cannot also zone in Rivers State. Now, that apart. In Nigeria, let me use the APC platform as a yardstick. After the tenure of President Buhari, was the presidential position zoned to the south? If yes, why did the then Senate President participate during the primary?
Okay.
Now, assuming it was zoned to the south, are you also not too sure that it would have been macro zoned to a particular area? The case study of southwest, southeast, and south-south. Why must the president again, President Tinubu, come from the southwest, where Obasanjo just left as the president, and the immediate vice president still from that same
you say
area?
just. Obasanjo left like
Obasanjo left now. That is, his tenure has finished now. Obasanjo is a Yoruba man. He finished his tenure as a...
Well, after Obasanjo, we saw a couple of other persons from other...
I said it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
I'm talking of the zoning. Now, it ought to have been macro zoned to a particular area that has not produced president during this time of this political dispensation, backdating 1999. So a Yoruba person cannot be a president. You left. Thereafter, another Yoruba person became president. After a Yoruba person was also divided. I'm coming. Why I'm saying so is even starting from the fact that the zoning in the political party didn't even work.
Okay.
Because the then Senate President contested the primaries. Now, come back. Why will they even be protesting because of zoning when they know that zoning only works in Nigeria when the person at the helm of affairs have interest in a particular area? That's all. If the person has interest in this area, he would begin to make people believe that this area has not reduced, that is his interest. But it's not true that zoning is because they want this place. I want to know where that particular thing has worked. I want to really know. Even in Jesus Christ local government, assuming there is, in Nigerian context, it will not work. It has not even worked before.
Okay.
It has not worked. Let me also tell you, assuming the zoning is working, even when Wike was governor and the tenure of the then speaker, the office of the then speaker, the election was nullified. He gave it to somebody from his own senatorial district, from Okreka. But there are others. Speaker.
So if you
I'm
say...
coming.
Okay,
I said, Speaker.
All right.
He gave it to the person from his senatorial district. So, political positions are subject to the person at the helm of affairs. Okay, just watch. That resignation, you see that suspicion of the resignation of the commissioner to pave way for the brother. Just watch whether it will not be the true story. If not, so why would the commissioner resign? Just because you want to pave way for the brother. And they will also give you excuse. But if it's in River State contest, you can be commissioner, and your brother is a House of Reps member, and your brother is a local government chairman. That one is acceptable here. So for them, I will advise them to take it in fit. That's the current reality as we see.
Could they be protesting because, I mean, they want the zoning to work?
That's what they what you read out here means
that
the essence of their protest is for the is it a soccer person or so to be the chairman. It will not be a reality. Because the person at the helm of affairs wants someone he has already made up his mind.
Okay, very honorable.
But I think they still have the rights, but the major problem is that the zoning and macro zoning is not also a constitutional fact.
That's why I said it has not worked
So
in
it's
Nigeria.
a gentleman arrangement politically that they use to make things happen. Like he said, when a particular area is being favored by the person at the head of the affairs of the state or the local government area, cause something zoning works. But we should not be deceiving ourselves. If there is a gentleman arrangement in politics, in political parties to zone and macro zone positions, they should adhere to it because it will help. It will help bring down tensions. That protest now, if you go into that protest, you see that at the end of the day, 1 or 2 persons will be injured. You get? 1 or 2 things will go wrong. Government should find a way to make sure that things are working. Because all these protests coming up on board now, if at the election period, they will allow for free and fair contests, there will be no protests. People will go and, okay, since they didn't allow, or since they are doing this in this party, we'll go to another party and run the election and win. But because they know that if they don't fight from this angle, they wait for the election to emerge.
The party of the governor will win. So that's just
why
not they go to another party?
So what's your take on the commissioner's resignation, sacrificing more or less sacrificing her position for her brother?
Well,
yet again, there's still no peace.
Well, if a commissioner feels that his brother is more important to take over position,
so that the person at the helm of affairs will not use it as an excuse to say your sister is a commissioner, so you can't be chairman.
So you can do it. You can. Nothing is wrong. It's even better that he resign and his brother is taking over in another position than in our state where before now, not now, by the grace of God, not now. Before now, the government have been my friend, my friend, my friend, my uncle, my uncle and brother.
Like the state of Bukola Saraki, where the father is this, the son is that, the sister is this, and that.
But that ordinarily should have, created some form of peace. But that's not the case.
Peace how?
Well, you can't have peace when you are cheating on others.
You have peace when you are cheating on others.
You can't. There's no peace. There will be no peace. Okay, look at what's happening in River State today. You get? It is because of this greedy nature of life that has created a lot of crisis. But I thank God for our governor God has given us.
All right, then, got your thoughts. The Commissioner for Communication and Orientation in Edo State, Chris Nehikare, has accused the All Progressives Congress of relying on propaganda to stoke the people against the palace of the Oba of Benin as a strategy to win the September 21 governorship election. Hikari stated this during a press briefing where he displayed a purported APC WhatsApp group that showed some members debating the rationality or otherwise of the strategy. However, the APC denied the allegation, saying it was the People's Democratic Party deceptive strategy and a precursor to the party's failure in the election. Hikari said, "We all agree that we are coming into the election and there is so much madness in town. It has become clear that it is the intention of the opposition to drag the reputation of our Royal Majesty into the murky waters of the dirty politics. All findings have revealed that apart from generating very obnoxious materials on social media, Members of the APC have been seen openly propagating this distasteful and demeaning information against the royal palace. Barrister Cheesy, let me start with you. I mean, what do you make of this, a move here to drag the royal majesty into the political abyss right now in the state?
Yes, you know, with respect to governance, the Royal Majesty is more a subject to the government because the stool is recognized. And as the stool is recognized by government, he must do, I don't see anything wrong with it because it's a political strategy. People are even killing as a strategy to win election. But this one is not killing. It's just propaganda. And if there is anything that is being considered in politics, is propaganda. It is also not a crime. Therefore, they should continue with it. Why you don't rule it out is because
staining the reputation of the royal majesty.
It's not a stain. Politics is propaganda. When you stain somebody, the person should go to court for libel and slander. This one is not staining. If I say that this radio station or television station will likely be used against me for my election because the governor of Rivers State usually visits here, what is the propaganda? What is staining it? There is no much stain. It's not libelable. It's not libelous.
Honorable, what's your take?
So it's a strategy for me to win.
Well,
and I must
propaganda, my friend Nekare is a strong politician, and I know him very well. He doesn't raise alarms that are wrong or fake alarm. And Nekare is a man that I know he is competent in his work. And I'm too sure that the government in power is seeming to be at the control of everything. And with the materials they got recently,